Okay, hi guys. It is August 5th, 2024. And I'm going to start off really quick. We're just going to get into this. It's 4:14 p.m. Um I wanted to let you know that one fives have been popping up everywhere and I have gotten fives. I've got them for 2 years now. We know that something obviously big's going to happen today, and it's probably the Israel thing that's going on. We also see that the stock market is crashing or crashed. And um, I read that Elon Musk is telling all the people that have stocks in Tesla to pull out, that he did that today. Um, so it's all speeding up. And all the puzzle pieces of everybody's dreams and visions and words and what people have been saying, it's all clicking together. Okay. So I'm going to do this really quick. I also wanted to say that it's hard to find it. As you see, I put things on my phone. Like I text things to myself. I said that through all my videos. When I wake up or get something in the morning at night, I will text it to myself, like word it into my phone, um, or speak it. And that helps me get it out directly and lets the Holy Spirit say how he wants to say it, or anything like that, that it's how it needs to be said or done as well at that time. Um, but sometimes there's so much daily that it's so hard for me to go back and find or attach or put something saying that, yes, this is what I got. It's in my videos if you go further back and watch the uploads or my channel, but just to prove that I'm not being deceitful. It's so hard. And there's so much that sometimes your phone pushes out to keep store of other things, like it rotates or whatever. And a lot of times I do. A lot of times I go back and I listen to everything, and it takes forever to get that one thing I needed to find to show you that it's truth. There's no deceit here. Okay. Um, but a while back, year and a half ago, I'm going to say that I received the number 13. I still haven't figured out what 13's for. Um, and then uh, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I got the scriptures of Zerubbabel and I put that on. And then the second temple being built and it being smaller than Solomon's first grandeur temple, and, the destruction of that. And then that second temple that was built was where Jesus came, and that's where he spoke in. Okay. And confronted everyone and did the change your tables, flip the change, all that happened in that second temple. And then, I was reminded, or I heard someone say today, I'm sorry, I'm thinking, so that's why I'm looking around. I heard someone say today that 13 was the days, like, did you say August 13th? But August 13th was always the days, like the month and the date was the date that the temples were destroyed and stuff like that. So I had that one dream where something was happening and the domed cathedral, the domed building, um, was like about to get attacked or something. Something was going on. And right after I put that dream out, a lot of mosques have been closed. Okay, like immediately after, I noticed the next day or something that there was mosques being closed in like around Europe or UK or something like that. And then I think I read last night that over 500 mosques have been closed. And then this one person was like, okay, well, the 13th. I was like, oh, I got 13 a long time ago. And I was like, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a 13th day unless if I read the destruction of the temples. Obviously, I've read that, right? Um, and then they were wondering if that would be a day that when Israel's getting attacked, like, would they accidentally hit their own, like, dome on the rock? Like, would they hit their own mosque, like, on accident and be destroyed? Like, what would be the likelihood of that? I don't know. Like, they would accidentally destroy it themselves. because we know that the third temple is going to be built. And we've been wondering how that's going to happen, or go about. Either way, okay, let's get into it because it's already 5 minutes in. Um, so, yesterday, okay, I received, I'm going to look that up real quick. Hold on. Luke 10:12. Okay. Um, and 10:12 talks about, I'm sorry, I've never professed knowing all scriptures. Okay. Um, but into whatsoever city ye enter, and they receive you not, go your ways out into the streets of the same, and say, even even the very dust of your city, which cleaveth on us, we do wipe off against you. Notwithstanding, be ye sure of this, that the kingdom of God is come nigh unto you. But I say unto you that it shall be more tolerable in that day for Sodom than for that city. Okay, so go read that again, and understand it. Take that in. Okay, that was Luke 10:12. Okay, and then last night, probably around 1 a.m, I got Matthew 3:9. Okay, and 3:9. Um, okay, and think not to say within yourselves, we have Abraham to our father. For I say unto you that God is able of these stones to raise up children unto Abraham. And now also the axe is laid unto the root of the trees. Therefore every tree which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into fire. Okay, and then I'm going to give you the dream that I got this morning, early this morning. Again, it's August 5th. Okay. Okay, so here is the dream, and here again, I'm going to show you. I'm I'm lagging. I'm lagging. Yeah, we've got good internet now. Uh huh. Is it my laptop? Okay, I'm not lagging anymore. I see my face moving. Okay, that's how I do it. Me. See, that's my number. That's not my number, but that's how it says me. And then I record it to myself when I wake up, or if I'm in the middle of sleep, or whatever. Okay. So that's what you're going to be listening to. And then if it needs to be clarified, I'll clarify what you're hearing, because it is a weird dream. Or I had some weird doozies, and some of them I don't remember, but half of them. But this one you're going to hear first. It's a lot. Okay. So, okay.
Had a dream I was in this building house. Okay, I don't remember, but I'm just gonna say whatever I remember real quick. I was giving an interview before. I was like, oh, I'm here and they're here. So I wonder if I can ask them questions real quick before they go, get ready for their concert and stuff like that. They're doing this, I don't know if it's a weekend or a week or whatever. And I remember it was a comeback tour or something with the Beastie Boys. And they were young, they were old or something. They were still young. And I remember Brick from In the Middle was in it. And he had to get out of bed in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And one of the Beastie Boys came up to use the bathroom while he was in it. And he was doing his dance. And he was like, I've got to go to the bathroom. I've got to go potty. And he was getting rushed now because one of them was coming up to the bathroom door or something. But Brick from In the Middle was in it. about um, like their tour or their concert or something. Their first concert and tour was gonna be it was October, because I was asking questions about like something about Halloween candy, their favorite memories in October and like things like that in October, and just things like that. And then I can't remember the other questions. I think I asked 5 questions. Before Rick went out of bed and went to the bathroom, he was eating like I think apples, and they were all connected together, and so it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 apples, but in 4 rows. So rows that were connected, and there were 2, 4, 6, 8. I think it was 8 apples, not 10 and 5 rows. I think it was 8 and 4 rows. I don't know. I think there was another famous person, a girl and a woman, doing. Oh gosh, like a young girl. Like I was watching her do something on TV or something. And most of the time they were just walking around or inside or outside with this woman that was their leader, like their producer or something, this woman. And avoiding like crowds or something that were outside or things like that, and just getting ready for their first concert or something like that.
Okay, bear with me. Bear with me. This really makes sense.
I want to say that the girl that I saw that was like a celebrity on TV or something like that was like Paris Hilton, but I don't think, I could be totally wrong on that. I could be totally wrong on that. It wasn't the New Kids on the Block. I think it was the Beastie Boys. I think that was their name, the Beastie Boys. But it wasn't just 2 of them. It was like 5 of them. Like it was the New Kids on the Block or something. I don't know. New Kids on the Block, Beastie Boys. It was one of those boy groups. It wasn't the New Kids on the Block.
Okay, so if you heard any of that, I'm going to reiterate just a little bit really quick, and then I've got more. Okay. So I was in this building that felt like a hotel, like you could stay at, but it was a building and it was upper, like it had big steps, and I was on the upper level. But then it could look over, like it was like some type of building, official building or hotel or something. Okay. And, I saw this boy band like from the 80s or the 90s, like early 90s, like one of those like 80s or early 90s boy bands, walking around and following this woman who was like the producer or someone that, took care of the events or something, was leading them somehow. okay, around. And they were walking in and out, and they were getting ready, like trying to figure out how everything was going to go, what they needed to do. They were getting ready for their tour, their concert, like something big was about to happen. And they were trying to avoid crowds. There was like big, like mobs, like crowds outside. Okay. And um I knew that the man, I was like, oh, they're here and I'm here. And for some reason I had like this tablet, and I was writing questions that I needed to ask. I was like, I'll just interview them and ask now, right? I'll find out what's going on, type thing. And I was talking to them, and I remember asking about, I knew that this something was going to go on in October. Okay, because I was there was something about Halloween in it, and I asked them like one of their favorite memories in that season, like the fall, um, and like their candy that they liked, something like that. Okay, but there was other questions I just don't remember, and I asked like 5 questions or something. And there was like 5 guys in the band. I don't think it was 6. Okay, I think it was 5. And they weren't as old as they would be now. They seemed a little more youthful. Like, I don't know, but um, and when I woke up, I was like, the Beastie Boys, right? And I don't know why I called them the Beastie Boys band. I have no clue, because the Beastie Boys were just 2 guys, right? But I was still thinking Beastie Boys. But I was like, no, New Kids on the Block. So I was between Beastie Boys, is what I was calling them, or New Kids on the Block. Okay. And then they walked away and whatnot after asking questions. And um, then there's a show that I used to watch all the time. I loved the show years and years and years ago. Um, I couldn't wait for it to come on. It was like, what was it called? The Middle. Okay. And on this sitcom, the family's youngest son, um, they had a younger son. Okay. And he was in my dream. And I was like, why is he in my dream? Why is he sleeping in a bed? But he had to get out of bed. But when he was sitting in the bed, he was eating like rows, like they were white, like white columns put together or pillars, and they were in a block. Okay. And there was like 1, 2, and then the next column had 1, 2, then 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. And so that's why I was saying I think it was 2, 4, 6, 8. It was apples, but they were white. It was kind of like I knew that he was eating apples, like because I couldn't see the skin. It was white flesh. And he was taking his teeth and like, like scraping, trying to get all of the rows of the apple, the 8 apples, two, 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 two. I don't know. Um, and I was like, okay, maybe it was like 4 rows of 2, like 2, 4, 6, 8, or 5 rows of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I really can't remember that one. I still think it's 4 rows, like 4 columns, okay, or 4 pillars, and they were like apples. But I don't know, which reminds me of a summer fruit and pillars. Okay. Then he was like, I have to use the bathroom. And he walked out of his bed in his, jammies or whatever, and went into the bathroom. And one of the guys from the band was coming up and was going to have to go in, or the guy went into the bathroom first, and he was like, I've got to use the bathroom. I got to use. And so he was dancing around like, I've got to go to potty. I've got to use the bathroom. And he was dancing around. I was like, why am I watching this kid from this sitcom do this? Why is this in my dream? You know? And so then somehow I think I saw on a TV, like commercial or TV, there was something, someone was doing something on TV, and that's where it came in. I thought when I woke up, maybe it was like Paris Hilton, but I'm not too sure on that one. Okay, I'm not too sure on that one. And the reason I'm giving you dreams that come in segments, and I can't remember, I'm getting kind of foggy on things, is because there's always something in it that I know is needed. Okay, like I may see with the glass may be half full. I don't see. We only prophesy and things in part, but there's something. There's some kind of thing in there. Okay, and one of the major things that I know in there, one, that they were coming together. That band was coming together to do their tour, like all starting again, right? And they were coming together and they were meeting together to see what the plan is. Okay, getting ready. And that there was crowds outside that they were trying to avoid because they didn't want to get trampled by, or they couldn't contain, or whatever was going on. They needed to, you know, focus on what they were doing. Okay. And I kind of see that now where one, the economy, the stock market crash, like I said. Okay. But two, what's going on in UK right now, like with all the mob, the riots and chaos. Okay. And it's kind of going everywhere, but UK. Okay. Um, and then the sitcom I used to watch, The Middle. I don't think it was In the Middle. Was it In the Middle or The Middle? The Middle, right? Their younger son, his name was Brick. I know why God threw that one in there because I would recognize the boy. Yeah, God watched me watch The Middle all the time. He sees everything you're doing, and I loved that show and whatever. But they had, if you watched it, they had an older son named Axel, and then what Sue, oh, whatever, was the daughter in the middle, huh? Sue, just Sue. And then the younger son was named Brick. Okay. And I knew when I woke up, and I started actually paying attention. I was like, bricks. So if you hear what I'm saying there, okay. If not, look at that name and see everything that comes up with it. Like, okay. But and think about like economy and um, things like that. Uh, I just have to be careful on how I talk now. I'm going to have to be careful because I just found out that they'll like stop your channels if you say something about things, and I don't want to go there. Um, and that's horrible. Okay. Um, so then I had some more dreams. Now they're segmented, and the reason I'm doing this is because, like I said, there may be something that someone else gets or understands through it, or as I'm re-listening to myself tell, I may get more revelation. Okay. And then I got a word after that. Okay, I want to tell y'all, I'm lagging again. Wait for my face to move. I can tell y'all, look, my son blessed me with, I don't know if you can see it, it's gonna fall, with some spinach squares. Um he found a recipe because I ate them one time out, and he found a recipe and came home and surprised me with them one day. And so now I bug him for them all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna have those. But okay, so now you're gonna listen to the other dreams. They are so choppy. It's real quick. Couple of, not even a minute long on each, and there's two of them. Um, and I can't really. Okay, we'll just go there. So here you go.
I don't know, something about hot sausage and hot gravy and a recipe off YouTube, but KFC. And someone was bringing it. And then it made me think of like something in that ocean or something that's going on. And then
Okay, so if you didn't hear that, I'm going to tell you really quick. I was like in a home that reminded me of like a UK row home or something, or I don't think New York. I mean, it could look like a New York row home, but for some reason it just felt different, right? And I was in the kitchen. I was making something, but I hadn't finished it yet. And from the kitchen, like there was someone standing there talking to me, and I had another bird's eye view of these people walking to my home that were supposed to come for dinner or lunch or something. And the guy was bringing a dish over. And the dish he was bringing over as he was walking down the sidewalk to my home was um this is what I got. Hot sausage, hot gravy, and something about it was a recipe on YouTube. I have no clue why I know that it was a recipe on YouTube or something on YouTube. And I don't know why hot sausage and hot gravy. And then I also, it reminded me of KFC, which I don't eat at KFC. Okay. One, I've never, it's not my cup of tea. Okay. But two, since they pushed that Diablo thing with children and Lilith was on there, which is a demon, like no, no, right? So there's certain places I just say no, no. Okay. But for some reason it was a KFC. It reminded me of a KFC thing. Though, I'm sorry. So then I start thinking, okay, so it has something to do with Diablo, meaning devil, and like a demon like Lilith. Okay. So there's something in that hot sausage and hot gravy, not meaning that it's an actual recipe, but there's something. I don't know if y'all hear anything about this. Let me know. Please let me know. I don't know if it's keywords. I don't know if we're going to hear some. I don't know. I don't know. Somewhere in not United States, but in the world, y'all eat hot sausages and gravy because I saw it like link sausage. Like, what's that one sausage they eat in the UK or somewhere like Ireland? What is it? Like those, they call it something in Frank's, like, no, bratwurst, but I don't know. It just reminded me of like a linked big sausage, and it was like hot sausage and hot. Arena Schnitzel? I don't know. Arena Schnitzel? I don't know. Okay, so that was that one. And for some reason, there again, he brought into my thinking or my spirit that it has something to do about the ocean. Like I was in the water, like a vessel or something to do about the ocean. Okay, here's the next one.
And then I had a dream of Shurda and at our house was at a party. And I don't want to go into that dream. There's a lot to it. Then I just had a clip of like a bow of a ship. It was like red. And it was surrounded by water. And something about a drone. And I kept saying that, like hot sausage, hot gravy, or something. I don't know.
Okay, so one, I had a dream that I didn't put on this because I don't remember enough to give you. I remember being on a beach type thing, and there was a wooden structure, and the kids would avoid this wooden slope down. There was a whole bunch of kids or young kids, and they would avoid this wooden slope down. And then I was climbing on the wood planks with them to try and get down to this little, like where other people were, this little town, like adults or something, not town, but it was something. It's really hard to explain. That's why I really didn't want to put it on. But then I finally, I was like, forget it. I went down the short path, but that wooden slope plank thing had something to do, like there was some kind of bad thing on it, or they were told like spirit, there was something bad. There was something going on with it. Okay. I don't even know. But then I had another dream, and one of my sisters was in it, and she was hosting, what she normally loves to do, and she loves to cook and host for people and things like that. And in the dream, she looked younger, but there was a whole bunch of people throughout the house, and everybody was doing kind of their own thing. And she was in the kitchen cleaning up, and then I was trying to make something for her, like a slushy drink, and not alcohol, but some kind of slushy drink, but then she wanted alcohol in it. It was just weird. It was just a weird dream. I don't know where to go from there, and I don't remember enough of that one. But from that dream, I saw a bow of a ship, right? The bow of the ship, the front part of a big ship, like a big, like, ship. Okay. And the planks on the bow of that ship, I just saw like the triangle nose part. Okay, like this, right? And the plank flooring, or it wasn't planked, but the flooring on the bow of that ship. Is it a bow up front? the bow of the ship or something. It was red. Red. All of it was red. Red. And then I remember thinking drone, a drone. Okay. And then I kept saying hot sausage, hot gravy. Hot sausages, hot gravy. So, as weird as it sounds, I know it's all from God. And I know I'm only supposed to remember like clips of whatever, or maybe I'm supposed to remember more and something's just blocking me. Rebuke that in the name of Jesus. But yeah, that's what's happening. And I get through what I need to get through. Okay, and that's what you hear. Then I got a word today at 12:52 p.m. Okay. 12:52 p.m. Hold on, I'm gonna set down my spinach. I haven't eaten it yet. Okay, at 12:52 p.m.
Bella.
No, no, Bella. No, you can't have my spinach square.
Bella.
No, Bella. You can't have my spinach square. My dog's gonna eat my spinach square. Okay, Bella. Okay, so I was sitting here on the couch, and I heard, because that's I at that time at 12:52, I think I was watching about, I think, what was going on in UK or something. And I heard or I started saying a word like in my head that I never heard. And so I started saying it out loud so I could get it and then put it on. It was Diakupe. Diakupe. And the way I saw it spelt was Deacoupe. And I was like, what's Diakupe? And so I Googled it, because that's what you do, right? What do we do without this, which is, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Okay, so Diakupe means carving, cutting, shape. It's French. Okay, and hold on, there was another meaning, like to chop or cut into pieces or to cut off, to cut out. Okay, to cut up, to carve, to cut out. Diakupe. And that's what I got. And that was at 12:52. So that's the dreams and the words. And if I get anything else, then I'll put it on. I did get a dream about, I believe, I know it's about food shortage. So I'm about to do that one. So there's going to be 2 uploads today. But that's it for this one. Go to the Lord, know the Lord, spread the gospel. Gospel of peace. Love thy brother. Love thy neighbor as yourself. And love God with all your strength, mind, soul. But love so that no man should perish. We've all been forgiven for things, and he died for the world and for all sin. Come to Jesus.